Life has a strange way of changing in the most unexpected of moments. For me, it all began with a knock. A soft, hesitant knock at my front door on a quiet Thursday evening. I was sitting on the couch, wrapped in a blanket with a cup of tea, thinking about how dull the week had been. My name is Emily Carter, and at 32 I had gotten used to my simple, predictable routines. I worked as a librarian in our small town of Maplewood, and though I loved books with all my heart, sometimes I longed for something new, something that would shake me awake from the ordinary. The knock came again. When I opened the door, I found a teenage boy standing there, maybe 16 or 17, drenched from the pouring rain. His jacket clung to him, and his brown hair was plastered against his forehead. He looked nervous, his hands shoved into his pockets. Hi," he stammered. "I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to go." That one sentence made me freeze. Who was he? Why my house? I'm Alex," he said finally, glancing at me with eyes that looked both tired and desperate. I didn't recognize him, but something about the way he stood there, shivering, made me step aside without thinking. "Come in before you catch pneumonia." He hesitated, then nodded, stepping into the warmth of my home. I gave him a towel and let him sit on the couch while I put water on the stove. First, he didn't say much, but I could tell he was holding back a storm of emotions. Finally, after sipping the tea I offered, he spoke. "My mom, she left a few weeks ago. My dad works all the time and it just doesn't feel like home anymore. I was walking in the rain and I saw the lights on here. I just thought," his voice cracked, "I thought maybe you wouldn't send me away." My heart ached. I didn't know this boy, but I knew loneliness. I had lived it when my parents passed away in my 20s, when I felt adrift in a world that didn't stop moving even when my heart did. I took a deep breath. "You're safe here, Alex. No one's sending you away." From that moment, everything shifted. What started as a single night turned into something much bigger. Alex would stop by after school, sometimes just to sit quietly and read while I worked on dinner. Other times, he would open up about things he couldn't tell anyone else, about missing his mom, about feeling invisible in his own home, about dreams he didn't think he'd ever reach. And in helping him, I found myself healing too. I realized I had spent so long hiding behind my routines that I had forgotten what it meant to truly connect with another person. Alex reminded me of the power of listening, of being present, of showing up for someone when it mattered most. Weeks turned into months, and though Alex still struggled, he smiled more often. He laughed sometimes too, a sound that made my heart lift. His father eventually came by to thank me, embarrassed that he hadn't noticed how badly his son had been hurting. It wasn't easy, but slowly they began to rebuild their bond. And me? I realized that life's most profound moments don't always come with grand gestures or perfect timing. Sometimes they arrive in the form of a simple knock on the door. That knock changed my world. It reminded me that no matter how ordinary life may feel, we all have the power to be someone's safe place. And sometimes in being that for others, we end up saving ourselves too.